Diomande, that has been now reported. It is linked to Vinny. If Real Madrid are pushing to sign Diomande, it is because, according to very reliable reporters in the Madrid space, they are braced for Vinny to leave. It's not, no, it's got nothing to do with Vinny. If he leaves, we'll replace him differently. They are linked, which is fascinating. The Alvarez links just won't go away. The Alvarez Gyökeres stuff is still very much being talked about. Now English journalists are saying that Arsenal would be prepared to offer Victor Gyökeres in a deal involving Julián Alvarez. That won't go away. Bruno Guimaraes, we know all the reports are it's got to start with an 8. There's 80 to 85 million, Hand of Arsenal said, is what they could be looking at. And now other journalists are saying it too. If Arsenal do Vinicius Jr. at, let's go high, let's call it 130. That's what Isak went for. Let's call it 130. Let's say they do Bruno at 80. That takes 210. Let's say you do involve Gyökeres and you do 50 million on Alvarez. So that's 260 on signings. With Gyökeres going to Atletico Madrid, it probably wouldn't go on the books as that. It'd probably go, well, it could be Gyökeres plus cash, in which case you've got the 260 spend. Or it could be that actually it's another 100 million, which takes you to what? What did I say the numbers were? 130 plus 80. You're looking at 210. If you add another 100, that's 310. That's still less than Liverpool spent last year. 310, maybe 320. So you maybe sign Alvarez at 110 and you sell Gyökeres at 60. I'm just making something up, right? Those numbers are within what I would have expected Arsenal to do this summer. Those numbers they're achievable on 3 players. Then you take John Stones on a free, don't you? Or you look at a cheaper centre-back, younger centre-back who can come in. Or you just say, listen, Norgard, you slip in at the back, and then Norgard can just be covered to Mosquera, and then you've got the right-backs, and then Declan Rice can drop into the defence if absolutely push comes to shove, because you've got Zubimendi, Lewis Skelly, and Bruno as well. You can do those 3 signings, and you don't have to touch another deal. You don't have to do anything else. So I'm really interested to see whether Arsenal could genuinely pursue all 3. I think it's possible. Now, it'd be wrong of me not to mention that there are ITKs in the space, like AFC Amden, saying Arsenal wouldn't do Vinny and Alvarez. And I'm inclined to believe that. But I'm also inclined to believe that if you do get a big sale, which it's been long reported Arsenal could do a big sale, maybe an unpopular sale, then I don't really see why it's beyond our spending power unless the Vinny wages are really taking something exceptional from the club in terms of financial outlay. I don't see why it's really beyond us to do all 3. So I think it's possible. I think I'm giving you plenty of evidence as to why it is, without going into the finance and the details, just talking to you about what we know of the reporting around these deals. I think they're possible. And by the way, it would go down as one of, if not the greatest transfer window I've ever seen from a club. I don't know a club that will have locked in 3 potentially, well, 1 for sure, potentially world-class talents all in one window like that.